Hey guys, have you ever wondered why the people who work the hardest to make a living have the hardest time making a living? Has that ever crossed your mind? It's crossed my mind plenty of times. I always think about that because I remember when I was struggling the most in life, I was working 16 hours a day. My friend and I, coincidentally, we just started a new YouTube channel called Infinite Money Mindset. Go check that out. Make sure to subscribe. I'll put the link down below. We were talking about that shortly, well, not long ago. And I was telling him that, I've been homeless a lot in my life. And I've been every type of homeless because people say, what type of homeless? Every type of homeless. When I was a kid, my mom was a single parent of 8 kids. The best house we lived in was a shotgun house with 1 bedroom. That was probably the best house we had. 2 bedrooms. It was boys in one room, girls in the other, 1 bathroom. It was survival of the fittest. I love it. Maybe that's why I'm attracted to shows like Naked and Afraid and survivalist shows, because I was always in survivor mode. Like, we were poor. We would come home. We would just po. We couldn't even afford the OR. We would come home if the water was running, then the lights were probably off. We couldn't have everything at one time. And I remember, being homeless ever since I was a kid. We would live in other people's extra bedrooms, sleep on couches, sleep on floors. Then when I got older, I decided to try homelessness for myself, and I did it at least 3 times beginning in high school, my senior year in high school. And the last time was just a few years ago before I moved from Louisiana here to Dallas, and haven't been homeless since, never want to do it again. So I'm always like dumbfounded when people are like, I don't need a whole lot. I don't have to have a whole lot. Like, I don't understand, because if you don't have, if you can't get your hands on what you need when you need to have it, and it's always good to be in abundance, especially if you're in the kingdom, then you're always this close to having nothing. I'd rather have more than enough to have just enough, because that just enough might not be enough when I need enough. You get what I'm saying? And so we were talking about, being homeless, not having enough, stuff like that. And I said, I never want to experience that again, especially when I have a family. I never want my family and kids to ever have to experience something like that. Let my experience be all the experience they'll ever get. And so I hope you have those same type of goals and aspirations for yourself and your family. But hopefully I say something today that'll bless you and change your life. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up, welcome to the channel. When I was struggling the most in my life as an adult, this was probably like, I want to say like maybe 2017, something like that. So not very long ago. I was working 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. I was working from like 7 in the morning to like 3 in the afternoon, something like that. No. It was 3 in the afternoon to like 7 in the morning. My bad. And it wasn't a hard job, but I was burned out. I was tired. I would sleep on the job. I would literally bring a pillow and a blanket, because I was not able to sleep at home. I was struggling. I was only making about $12 an hour, so I needed the overtime, which is why I took the job, because I was struggling financially. And then I was making like $12 an hour. Then the company that hired me, subcontracted me out, contacted me and asked me to take a pay cut down to $9. And I'm like, I'm already not making any money, but I guess so they can put more money in their pocket. And this blew me away. Like, I'm not even making a whole lot. I'm struggling financially, and they want me to take a pay cut. So I made up my mind that I didn't want to live like that. And for a lot of you, you've got to feel the weight of the world on your shoulder. You've got to get in a position where you're getting crushed or you're drowning financially to look up and try to do something differently. A lot of you are so pre-programmed that you're okay with stress. You're okay with struggle. You hashtag it. You glorify it. And why would you want to be in that position? Why would you want to? Did you know that most people, by the way, unfortunately pass away when it's related to jobs on Monday mornings? You know why? Why is it not Sunday mornings? Why is it Monday mornings? Where are people going on Monday mornings? Exactly. They're going to work. Jobs they hate, jobs they don't want to do, right? People they don't want to work with or be around. And so my advice to you and to so many others who watch this channel, please share the channel with at least one person today who's going to need this content. Let's change some lives. That's what we're here to do. My advice is, listen, don't get stuck in that 9 to 5. Don't get stuck on that job. Don't get stuck in that paycheck cycle. And definitely don't DIE on that job, for that paycheck. They're going to roll you out, put you in a box, run an ad the next day or the same day, replace you, and nobody's going to care. After a week goes by, after a month goes by, no one's going to be talking about you. And you're going to be sitting there. I'm not saying you can do this, but if you could, you would be sitting there going, what? Did I just gave them 20, 30, 40 years of my life, and they don't even care. They replaced me. That seat didn't even get cold. Somebody else's booty is already in the seat. And I'm sitting here like, man, if I could go back and do things differently, you wouldn't get that time. You wouldn't get my life. So what do we know about jobs? We know that jobs are not safe and secure. We know that jobs are hard. They cost you time. So you got to go out there and trade your time for a little bit of money, a lot of time for a little bit of money. Most people work about 2,000 hours a year just to try to make a living. Hard. That's 30% of your year, if I'm not mistaken, or 25% at least of your entire year spent on a job. Imagine, working from January, February, and March just on a job, just to earn a living, to get taxed up front, because you don't get your real money. That's fake money that you get on your paycheck or that you get on your W-2. That's fake money. You get promised a certain amount an hour. That's called a gross. But when you get your check, how come you don't get the gross? Because it's not real, right? That's not real money. Your net is your real money. Your gross is toast. Your net is what you get. Corny, I know, but it helps me to remember. And so you end up in a position where you're spending more. You're paying more because jobs are expensive. I know you probably don't think that way, but I do. I think if I get a job, man, that job's going to be expensive. It's going to cost me a lot. In fact, I would argue that you pay your employer more than they pay you. Here, follow me. All right, you see my cool drawing up on the board? Let's go to the board. All right, so follow me. One day I'm going to have a really cool board that's going to be able to do stuff by itself, because I know you don't want to see me drawing, but let's learn how to rest in peace to that 9 to 5. So one day, all right, so here's why I say that. All right, so let's look at this. Time. Right? People always say time equals money. Let's look at that theory. Because I believe that time is infinitely more valuable than money. 1,000,000 times, 1,000,000,000 times. So here, I'll prove it to you. If I wrote you a check, this is your check to go cash. And this check is for you, whatever your name is. And that check is for $10 million. Would that $10 million change your life significantly if you were able to cash that check? Yes, absolutely. It would change anybody's life. It'd take care of all your financial issues. Absolutely. But what if I told you that in exchange for cashing this check, you have to give up all of your time, which means you run out of time, you clock out. Today is your last day in this world. This is you tomorrow. As soon as you cash that check, this is you. As soon as you cash that check, all your time is up. This is you. Dead and buried. Now, would you cash that $10 million check now? No. What if I added a zero? 100 million. Would you cash it? No. Why? Because no amount of money is worth your time. Yet, you agree to sell 2,000 hours a year for a little bit of money. Not even this. So proving to you that that time is way more valuable than money. I'd rather have the time than to have the money. Sure, I'd rather have time and a lot of money, but I'd rather have a lot of time and a little money than to have a lot of money in a little time. So there you are running out of time. And now you don't think of it this way, but that's what's happening on your job. That's what's happening on your 9 to 5. You're running out of time. Every day you get up and punch that clock, 8 hours out of time less that you can do to change your life. The reason I say you pay them more is because I just proved to you that time is more valuable than money. But the problem is when you go to work, you pay them with time. You sell your time for a little bit of money. I'm telling you that time is 100 million times more valuable than money. Well, when you go to work, what do you give them in exchange for money? You give them time, proving that that you pay your employer more than they pay you, because they pay you in money, you pay them in time. Who understands that? Let me know in the comments if you understand that. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. If you're a new subscriber, drop a heart in the comments. That way I'll know you subscribe to the channel and you're helping me to grow it. I appreciate that. And if you like this content, it's making sense to you, and you like the channel, smash the thumbs up. That way I'll know that this is helping you guys. I know this is drastic. I know this is not, what's the word I'm looking for? This is not what you guys have been taught. This is not traditional teaching. I know when I come on here and I say, hey, your job is not safe. There's no such thing as a safe, secure job. Never forget that. I know you guys look at me funny and go, what do you say? When I come on here and I say, hey, it's more expensive to go to work than it is, you pay them more to go to work than they pay you to come to work. You guys go, what is he talking about? What? And I know when I tell you guys that, you're going to go through this life trading your time for money, and then you're going to pass away on these jobs or because of these jobs, and they're just going to replace you tomorrow, and you're going to look and go, how long was I on that earth? 80 years? What did I do? I sure didn't live the life I wanted to. And all I'm telling you is you're not going to be here long. Neither am I. What's long? 100 years. Even if you get 100 years, it's not long. Same for me. So my advice to you is to live now while you can. My advice to you is to do all you can while you still can. My advice to you is, if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, and you don't like the life you're living, the car you drive, the house you live in, the neighborhood you drive home to, the job that you have, the money you're making, the kids' school, the kids' friends, all of that, you don't like what you're seeing, only one person can do something about that. Hello, that's you. So you have to make a decision. I had to make a decision when I was working 16 hours a day. I was like, time out. I'm tired. Y'all are going to wear me out, kill me on this job for just a few dollars. No. I'm doing something different. And I got my middleman business. That's what I do. So now I don't have to punch a clock. I'm not going to die on a job. I'm free to record videos. I'm free to do trainings with Middleman VIP students that I'm about to do now as soon as I end this video. I'm free to spend time with my family, my kids, with my wife. A dog, if we ever get one. I'm free to go outside and putt on the putting range at my house. Right? I'm free to go outside and do whatever I want to do. I can walk the neighborhood. I can go fish. I can go get better at golf. I can take guitar lessons. I can play basketball. I can do whatever I want to do. Not because I'm rich. You don't have to be rich to do that. You just have to learn how to make money without having to go to work. Let me ask you, if you can make, let's just say the same amount of money you make, not even anything drastic, the same amount. The average person makes about $48,000 a year. If you can make $50,000 a year right now, it's not going to make you rich. You're not going to buy the Lambos. You're not going to live in a ridiculous house. You're not going to have any of that. But you know what you will have? Time. If you can make 50 grand right now a year, but get back to 2,000 hours, I recently had this conversation with a good friend of mine. I'd rather make the money, a little bit of money, and have more time. I'd like to have more of both, but if I had to make a choice, I'd take more time over more money and less time. Give me more time all the time, because that's what life is made up of. It's made up of time. I got billions of dollars in the bank, i.e. Steve Jobs, but I'm out of time. What good is the money to me? I want life's experiences. I want to do the things I enjoy doing. I want to love on the people I want to be around. I want to take my wife to lunch in the middle of the day, go see a movie in the middle of the day, whatever you want to do, babe. Let's go try some freaky looking ice cream. Not freaky in that way. Let me stop y'all. Unless you want it, baby. Unless you want it. Daddy's down. Daddy's down. But some ice cream downtown Dallas or something like that. Let's go look at homes. Let's go do this. We got a project we're working on. Can't tell y'all about it. It's going to be pretty cool. But let's go do something to have fun. You know what? Let's just enjoy life. Life's short, even if we're here for 100 years. Why do you want to spend it punching that clock? You're going to be dead and buried working that 9 to 5. Those 40 hours a week going to kill you. I guarantee it. If punching that clock doesn't kill you, the food you're eating on lunch will. Or the risk you take, as people always say, well, starting a business is risky. Well, waking up in the morning and driving to work is risky. Punching that clock thinking your job's going to be here the next day, that's risky. Let's see, driving through traffic, that's risky. To get to and from work, that's risky. An employee evaluation, that could be risky. Asking for a raise, risky. All these things. Listen, life doesn't come without risk. You just got to learn how to frame it. See, I'd rather take risk on myself. I'd rather bet on me. I'd rather be in control of what I can be in control of. I don't want anybody telling me when I can and can't, what I can and can't. I don't want that. Oh, you're maxed out at salary. What? I'm the most productive person in here, and this lady just come off the street and you gave her more money than I make. Easier to get a pay rate than it is to get a pay raise. All right, we're not going to go there. But again, you need to learn how to make money without having to sell all your time, or you're going to die on these jobs. So with that being said, if you want to get into the free live training, we got a mixer coming up Thursday night, 7 p.m. Texas time. That's Central time. I'll teach you everything I know about my blueprint on how to build a successful middleman business from your home, from your phone, home alone. Okay? One of my favorite movies, Home Alone. And so if you want to learn how to do that, because maybe that's not for you. Some people, they love their job. Some people are good at what they do. And we need some people to have jobs. But if you're one of the ones and this message hits home for you, strikes a nerve, and you're like, wait a minute, I don't want to die on this job. I don't like this job that much. I don't like these people that much. I want to have more time to do what I want to do, spend time with the people I want to spend time with, love on who I want to love on, and make money while doing it without having to punch this clock, drive through traffic, deal with these people. I want to get paid, passive income, create a business that has a system that does the work for me, work about 1 hour a week, and let the business roll once the business is fully automated. If that's you, and I know it is, then you need to do one thing right now that'll change your life. Take action. How do you take action? Put the word middleman in the comments below, or click the link in the video description below and go, go, go. Hope this video helps. Hope it blesses you. Click the link. I'll see you in the free live training. I promise you it's going to be something that's going to bless you, change your life, open your mindset, and make you say, where have you been? All right, guys, I got to go. Tell somebody else about the channel. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the Middleman CEO. I'm Sean John. I'm going to teach you how to build a business from your phone. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm going to change your mindset about money. Hopefully, this channel gives you some value. Please let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with anything I said, or if this channel is helping you. I got to go. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace, baby, baby.